Hi, my name is SHIVA and this is my father Kensen, and today I will be reading the heaven story of Taiwan itself. Let's get started. There was a path of brown stones and dirt. It remained unmoved, untouched by wind, by water, by rain. The path only changed for one being, a woman. Her bare feet slowly walk across the stones, though she feels no pain. Her hair waves, though there is no breeze. She sings to herself as she makes her way up the steep, barren path. Her eyes are dark, like the bottom of the ocean, or the deepest reaches of a dying star. She smiles, finally reaching her destination, the top of a tall mountain. She looks out upon the world laid before her, barren, empty, with no animals, no plants. Seems even the gods haven't touched this place. She sits down and places her hands upon the earth, and from where her palms press against the rocks and dirt and soil, it gets wet. And the wetness spreads and continues to grow until all that she can see is full of rich, healthy soil. She stands up again and sweeps her dirty hands outwards, and a breeze carries the soil off of her fingers, and the wind begins to blow. She holds out one hand and curls in her finger, inviting something in. A bird flies to her hand. She sings to it, and it chirps its song to all that can hear, and the animals flock to the new place and the new land. From her cloak, she pulls out a bag of seeds of all colors, shapes, sizes, and varieties. She takes the seeds and throws them into the blowing wind and watches as they scatter across every surface, every peak, every valley. And the plants begin to grow. Soon it is covered with grass, and the hair hangs heavy with moisture and heat as the sun finally shines upon this place. She allows the trees to rise from the ground so the squirrels and birds can nest in them. She lets the bushes grow thick and wild so that animals may hide in them. And she lets the people come, with soil to grow, and heavy air, and warmth. With her work done, the woman sits down on the mountain, folds her hands, and rests. She has brought life to a place that did not know it before, and she has opened the door to creating a world worthy of a God to live. And as people began to flood in and began to build and grow and add and change, she watches with a smile. Even though so much of it is city and concrete and stone, she knows that the roots still stay the same, And that, in the end, no matter how removed the humans think that they are, they will always be part of what she has built and what she has made. The soil upon which your feet walk, and the grass that tickles your hands, and the flowers that you smell, and every bird, bug, and animal that you see, they are all connected to the same roots. The ones that grow through the soles of your feet and into the ground and curl around the core of the earth. They are all one same thing. They are every single living person that is there. They are every stone and every blade of grass and every hand and every smile and every thought and every dream. And they will keep growing if you let them. They will grow and change and make something beautiful and show you something beautiful. They will bring you to a world that you never knew before. They will bring you to what you once knew you were, and to the assuredness of childhood and the joy of adolescence, with the wisdom of adulthood and the change of growth. Taiwan is all one being, with many branches. Now you just need to let it grow. Questions?
I actually do have questions. My first question, who is this woman?
Well, I feel like she's a lot of things.
Okay.
She's creation, she's a goddess, she is a spirit, but ultimately she can best be described as Mother Earth.
Okay. What I find really intriguing, really interesting is that you said Taiwan is one being.
Yes.
How can you put this realization to use when you live in Taiwan?
Well, the point of saying it was to show you that everything in Taiwan is connected. You know, like it may be just, a lot of people might just think of it as a place where a lot of different beings live, but it is one almost beating heart. And everyone is connected to that beating heart. So I guess the way to put that realization to use is to realize that you are connected to everybody else there on a deep spiritual level, and that is a wonderful and amazing thing. Because imagine how much of a deeper understanding you can have for everyone around you when you realize how closely connected you are.
Because I would think from a human standpoint, this would be a blessing. Or this could also be perceived as a curse. Because, for example, when there are people who do things that hurt you don't like, you want to get away from these people. But then when you realize you're one with them, you might feel you cannot do it. So it can also be a kind of right thing.
Well, there's the human aspect and the spiritual aspect. On a human level, if somebody hurts you, it's okay to want to distance yourself physically and emotionally and mentally. That's fine. That's good for you. If they hurt you, please don't force yourself to be near them. But you have to understand that spiritually, everyone is connected to everybody. That doesn't mean that you cannot get away from the hurt that they give you. It just means that you can learn to forgive yourself and forgive them and give yourself peace of mind. Because if you are connected to them, you can also, if you work at it and learn it, you can feel them. You can understand and say, I don't want to be near you, but I can love me and I can love you and I can let go and heal.
Okay. That's pretty wise. Makes sense. My final question. Do you have a trick or a helpful to help us feel and connect to this being of time, to get a personal insight into this oneness?
I would say the easiest way to do it would be to, sit down, go into yourself, meditate, and see this mountain where Mother Earth sat.
Okay.
See it before it was Taiwan, before there was the plants and the trees and the animals and all of that. Look at it there and envision yourself creating it as she did. Follow it and watch as it unfolds before you. And see that it comes from you as it comes from her, as it comes from everyone else.
Okay. One question actually. This is really the last one. Taiwan has been, like many countries, has been invaded. Taiwan sometimes I think they feel that they're not as independent on the global scale as they possibly would like to be.
Well, I don't think any country feels that way, though. I live in America, which prides itself on being the most free place in the world, most free country in the world. But even then, a lot of people don't feel free or independent here, feel pushed down and held back and controlled. And that's often just a part of being a human in the world that we live in. But if a lot of them feel that way, feel like that they're not as independent as they could be, then that's exactly the point of this story as well, is to show you that you are all one and you are exactly as free as you want yourself to be. Even if you may not feel physically free, you can at least free yourself mentally. And that is always the first step into healing and to moving forward and into moving where you want to be, is first freeing yourself from what you've constrained yourself in your mind.
Beautiful. Thank you. Those were my questions.
You're very welcome.
Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.